easy to stand.
Their reactions to what is happening in the administration of Monday Okpebholo, the governor of Edo State, as regards a 17-year-old boy who bought 14,000 hectares of land. The governor of the state has ordered a probe into the purchase of these 14,000 hectares of land. Nigerians are reacting to this as we speak. Is it ideal for a 17-year-old boy, a boy that has not attained the age of 18? Does it happen in another clime? Is it constitutional, for a 17-year-old to acquire such huge hectares of land?
Well, nobody wants to celebrate that actually, except the family, the immediate family of that boy, depending on the status of that family. But at the national, and when questions like this arises concerning the society itself, it is a clear call of pure materialism and a bastardization of the youth and the society itself. It means that moral values and family values have totally been lost to materialism, driven by bad government. I can tell you that in honest truth. And secondly, too, it has not met the standard of the law. Anything that has to do with 18 plus, it can be seen to be met a certain standard age required by the Constitution, whereby anybody can engage in activities, just like the issue that has to do with certain things that are being restricted, like for example, drinking. If you say drink to a boy less than 18 years, you have already contravened the law. That is abuse. That's abuse. That's child abuse. That is total negligence and nonchalant to the right of that child. So those who sold that acres of land to that boy should also be arrested, because they knew very well that that boy is not up to 18 years. If it is 18 years now, we would have invited the EFCC to investigate the source of income. But let me tell you, a lot of things play out completely. We need to understand the history of that boy, his family, his background, his educational background, if at all. But for that age, I think it's a loss of value, and it goes against the spirit of 18 plus, engaging that would have been seen to have attained some level of maturity, where an 18 plus can be able to decide himself or not. And this is pure rape, on a canal knowledge. And that's where I put it, because they knew actually that this thing does not align with what the law says concerning when somebody has attained a certain age.
But in Western world, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, bros, let me tell you,
regardless of your age,
in Western world,
we have young CEOs.
Yes, but I have not seen if that boy is a CEO. How many companies has he registered? How many? He does not even attend to that level. What the boy should be doing now is acquiring skills or being in the education sector. That takes us to another area when we're talking about total collapse of the moral system that would throw up a better society. What happened in Edo State concerning this boy is a total menace, and I think to an extent it should be not supported. But in their immediate family, for instance, let me just put it that way: if they are if they are being ravished by poverty, they don't have anything. Sorry. And somewhere along the line, the guy got himself involved, either by getting contract from the government or involved in certain illegal activities. And at the end of the day, he was able to make a fortune for himself, and he started to invest in land properties. It means that guy too is a genius. Yes. For you to start thinking of going into landed properties at that point, to the extent of acquiring 14,000, that means the money is something else. The background of the money, they don't. Nobody wants to know how you made your money. But at the end of the day, I don't know how much the boy might have sorted himself out with officials who engage themselves in the sale of that property, and they would have asked questions and discovered that this very particular boy is below certain age that's not required by the law. That is where I am having issue with the boy. He is not up to 18 years, and the people who got themselves involved, it should be discouraged totally.
Totally.
Yes, to discourage totally. This, because no matter whatever you call it, it's not even up to that age of where you say, okay, this is pure juvenile delinquencies. This is what it has done as a result of youthful exuberance. So it's not up to 18 years.
What about that? All right, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, we are discussing a development in the country about 14,000 hectares of land were acquired by a boy of 17 in Edo State, which the government of the day, led by Monday Okpebholo, has ordered a probe into the development. How can a 17-year-old boy afford that kind of huge project?
I think it will be very difficult for you to see a 18-year-old boy acquire such properties that is even enormous like that.
It's 17.
17 years. It's not even 18 yet. And we can say whether the guy is into illicit drug or whether the guy is into Yahoo. I think it needs to be investigated, because as I say, except he has an hereditary what's it called? Hereditary issues that they kept for him to grow with and acquire that properties. Maybe the parents are rich likewise, and they kept an hereditary cherish inheritance for him to acquire when he got to 80 years. But I think they have to dig deep down to see and to bring out the real who the guy is, the real him. I'm talking of because as it is now, they are just hearing of the wealth he acquired, but they are not known. They have not been able to probe how he came about the money that he used to acquire those wealth. And I can say wholeheartedly, I can say he can be engaging in drugs. They can be using him as a drug for drug trafficking, which is possible, and I can, because that's the only drug that can bring such money for someone to be able to acquire. Properties like that.
Are we saying a boy of 15, 16, 17-year-old in Nigeria cannot embark on such projects, cannot purchase that kind of land?
It's very rare, my brother. It is very rare.
At age 17?
17 is very rare.
Does it mean that we don't have young CEOs in Nigeria?
We not. If we had such a CEO, the state itself will have celebrated that guy. Everybody wants to bring their states on the boards. The state will have celebrated that guy, and the state will have bring him onto the national highs, that for people to know. The presidency will have honored that guy. I can tell you wholeheartedly. But the way I believe it's an illicit business that brought that money, or it may be hiding, it may be fronting for some people that really, maybe they don't want the eyes to be seen, they don't want the identity to be known in that area. So that boy must have been maybe fronting for some cabal, and maybe he has just joined some cabal likewise that they are using him. So to me, it's very rare to see such investment from one 17-year-old boy.
So you support the governor's take on it, that it should be probed?
It should. And my brother, you see, you don't just undergrade this Gen Z we are having now. We don't even have Gen Z any longer. We are having Gen Alpha, which is on trending now. And these people, they can do anything to get money. They have all the ingredients, they have all the intelligence they can do to even acquire wealth as it is. So to me, the Okpebholo, the governor of that state, needs to set up a pro panel and let that guy come and explain how it came about that wealth. And if it happens to be that it was a clean, wealth he acquired, then good luck to him. And the state will really even encourage such from that. But we have and a 70-year-old boy that is dwelling well. It will be proud of the Benin. It will be a proud of the Benin as it is.
Thank you so much.
First of all, let me thank Governor for his observation, because I think when Governor want to sign the CEO, that's when he discover. But I don't know when I've never collected any CEO. I don't know, maybe they need to state your age in the process before they will sign for you. So I don't know how Governor know about the age of the owner, or maybe it is noise that go along with the process. That's why Governor observed that in 70 years making attempt to acquire 14,000. I cannot even process it within my brain. It's beyond my imagination. 14,000 acres of land. I can't even imagine how wide that place will be. But having said that, you know, we are in a society, in a decayed society, that nobody care about how you get your money. So far you have money and you share it to people. It doesn't concern Nigerians. So far you are sharing. So only what Nigeria want to see is that you are sharing money. They don't care how you get the money. So many people that are sharing money recently, they later catch them to be money rituals. That is Nigeria for you. So nobody care about how you get money. That's what will not make me, reach conclusion that at this point, Nigeria needs to be conscious of their neighbor or whatever anybody is doing around. Otherwise, if the seller of that land is aware that the person that want to buy it is 17-year-old boy, I think they hold our society responsibility of reporting that kind of a person, maybe to EFCC or to police, that come and see the wonder. We have been seeing some prodigy, a child so many times, the exceptionally talented youth. We have seen them, do something unexpected at their age. But if this guy fall to that category, he will be a popular person. I feel I need introduction later. Everybody will have known him. You know, if you say Pella, you know Pella now. Pella is a TikToker, a popular TikToker. I don't think Pella is up to 17 years. So it's above 17 now. But I think he has been making money before ahead. So if somebody like that, for instance, you want to acquire like 14 whatever amount you want to acquire, if you reach Sanwo-Olu will be aware that this is Pella. The worst that can happen is that you will pay tax. When he just bought mansion, he attracted government to himself, and the taxing, they give him tax of maybe 36 million. I think that's only what they can do. So if this guy is popular, somebody of 17 years old, if he's doing something illegal, people will have known him. He will have been a popular. There wouldn't have been a quest to know more about him. If not, then he must come from rich home. If any of these two things happen, then there are a lot of questions to ask, and we have to dig down. We have to dig and know the source of his income. I'm an advocate of people making it earlier, especially in this dispensation, because we have a lot of intention. We have 15 years old guru come out and make some device on phone, on everything, and they become millionaire. But that kind of a person will be a popular person. Those youth will be a popular person to the extent that governor will know.
But the person be popular before he can achieve that.
Mr. Michael, it should not be young. It should not be young one. Any child, in that category, and do something that can fetch him money, it will be a popular kid. And we cannot assume. Then we must dig down. We must dig down and know his source of income. If it's not that he inherited the money, if it happened that he worked for the money, then he must be popular. Somebody of that category cannot be in the possession of that kind of money, and the whole world will not know him. They will know his source of income. They will know that this guy is an artist, this guy is an inventor, this is what he's doing. Especially from within the state of Edo, he will have been a popular person. So since he doesn't fall into all this category, and his family, if they are not rich, if he didn't come from a rich family, then they need to investigate him. It's either they want to use him to launder money, or you see into all this illicit yahoo and the rest of them. So I want to give thumbs up for the governor of Edo for his observation, and I want to call people of Nigeria to be aware of what is happening around, so that let us report. If you see something strange, let us report.
City Stand.